Hi everyone. I think I'm a minute earlier today. I'm usually a minute late. Welcome. Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning. I'm curious around what time people wake up. I wake up naturally. I wake up every day around 8 o'clock, but I'm curious if those who wake up naturally, you wake up really early, really late. They say if you wake up around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, there's a reason why you wake up. There's some downloads coming to you, and you should pay attention to, just go into your awareness. I thought I'd mention that. Sometimes I do wake up at that time. So I go into my awareness and I say, what is it that I'm being shown right now? You know what I mean? Hi guys. Hi. Hope the weekend was good. We had a Facebook Live for our group this past weekend. It was really good. We just usually give everybody about a minute to join. We'll give everybody 30 more seconds and then we'll get going. Welcome. This is an account about mindset and manifestation. It's about identifying your paradigm and changing it to match the outcome of the lifestyle you want to have. Thanks for the compliment on my sweater. I just got it yesterday. I went shopping in the US and this is from TJ Maxx. I don't know what the brand is, but sometimes you find really good stuff there. And yeah, I'm just like avoiding the Canadian taxes. I did all my Christmas shopping yesterday in Buffalo. You just restarted today. A lot of people restart the challenge. So we're doing a 60-day challenge. If you guys don't know, the challenge is in my bio. We're doing a 60-day challenge to reset our minds, to sort of focus every day consistently on a certain amount of work, and to tap into a group energy, this group I've created of like-minded people who are going in the same direction and who are affirming for one another. Guys, if you booked a session with me, okay, I want you, like the 5-class package that I have, the 5 session, do not book that unless we've already had a one-on-one call. Okay, I think this is fair for both of us. It gives me a chance to see if I can add value to you. And also it gives you a chance to see if it's like, don't just book the package. Let's just have to like that one call with no commitment from me to you or from you to me. And then book the class package if you want to continue working with me. Am I driving a Tesla? No, it's a Land Rover. I don't want an electric car for now. Thank you guys. Okay. Let's get going. This is a nice testimony. I got 3 of them like this weekend, so I just want to read it quickly. Where am I? All photos. Hello? Hopefully I'm not having technical difficulties. So what I do is I have this other phone and I take screenshots of what, oh, here it is. I take screenshots of what I want to talk about. But this doesn't seem to be here. What the heck is it? I know why. Because I just texted it to myself from my other phone. See, I need an assistant. All right. So, I'll start with this one. Good morning. I saw one of your videos about being specific and demanding about our manifestation. Well, recently I moved in with my cousin and I've been working hard on manifesting, but it seems like she gets all my manifestations. How do I correct this? Okay, so we talked about this at length in, I think, 2 lives ago, and I have a video on this about, what to do with cord cutting and sort of, but here's why I brought it up again, because I want you guys to understand that everything changes when you become an emitter. Okay? Most people are in an absorber mode throughout this life. And what they do is they absorb the energy and the ideas of collective consciousness. And they're shaped in the way that collective consciousness, the social structure of their particular country, shapes them a certain way. They're in absorb mode. Okay? When you decide to emit frequency, instead of absorbing it, everything changes. But with this, you got to understand that if you're near an absorber, and most people are, okay, if they're open enough and receptive enough and your signal is strong enough, they will absorb it. And they're not absorbing it, like they're not stealing something from you. They're not, it just means they're very, very receptive to what it is outside of them. And I don't recommend that you go into that receptive mode just to see what would happen if you can take somebody else's manifestation, right? Because in general, the world is very negative. So it just happens that your cousin lives with you. That, by the way, doesn't have to be physical proximity. Perhaps you're interconnected via just a feeling, via just being close to somebody, and that person stealing your manifestation. But you got to understand that the universe is infinite. So when you see somebody else getting your manifestation, remind yourself of your power. Just remind yourself, I am transmitting now, okay? This person is absorbing. I can't prevent them from absorbing. I can just be happy for them. And I can remind the universe, hey, I'm here, I'm transmitting, and you haven't yet returned to me. Like, in order for the universe to return to you, you also have to be in absorbing mode sometimes, but you have to do it consciously. Right? So this is why moments of introspection, moments of meditation, moments when it doesn't have to be closed eyes listening to something, okay? Moments when you are in nature, it's important to be alone, away from triggers, away from distractions. Just look at a leaf, look at a tree, and be in that moment of receptiveness and say, I have transmitted, and now it's my moment to receive whatever it is I've transmitted. Do not worry about who else gets your manifestation very easily. They do it based on different principles. If you put yourself in the mode of those principles, you will also absorb the bad. So don't worry about it. Get it? I hope I'm being clear with this. This live will be posted on YouTube, by the way. All my lives are posted on YouTube. In case you want to catch up, if you're doing the 60-day challenge, please watch a few of my past lives, because I want you guys to understand my style of teaching and what it is that we talk about during the sessions. I do take questions. Email me. I only take them from people who are not working with me. I take them if I find it's for the benefit of the whole group. If you have a specific situation, I might not address it, but you'll notice that everything I address is of the benefit to everybody who's learning on this path. Is things that could happen to anybody. The next question, and before I get here, I like this, what Tiffany posted. Are you asking the universe for what you want, or are you telling it? I want you guys to understand that when we're manifesting, we're not asking, praying, begging, demanding. We're simply intending. And this difference between demanding and asking and intending, it's very subtle, but it's very profound, and you need to understand it. You will get to the point where you sort of understand, because once you start getting small manifestations, if you ride that wave and if you sort of ask the universe, what is it that made the circumstance such as I received this? Okay, and the universe will give you this insight. It's an inner perspective. It can't really be explained, but it's like this. Instead of I want, I'm demanding, I'm doing a ritual, I'm whispering in his ear, instead of this is circumstances are such that I have now been placed on this different quantum lifeline. But this different quantum lifeline, you can't identify with your existing quantum lifeline in order to get here, right? So circumstance, let's say you're here, you're like in an apartment and you want to be in a house. Start with something simple. I want to be in a house, I want to be married, okay? From single and in an apartment. Circumstances are such that I am now stepping into that life that's over here, where I have a house and I am married. And in my head, I live in this quantum because that's what I intend. See, I'm not asking the universe for a house. I'm not asking for my SP to call me. I'm not checking my 3D. I'm simply intending to step into this life without thinking that I have to become somebody else, that I have to. The inner shift happens automatically if you're able to sustain this intention. Now, if you're not able to intend, okay? You got to just work on yourself. People are not going to be able to go from here to here. This is what law of assumption is. But the problem with the law of assumption is people don't know how to even make, let alone sustain that assumption. Instead of thinking law of assumption, it's now been too overused. People haven't received results with that. They're very frustrated with this whole manifestation. So I don't want you to think of it as the law of assumption. I want you to understand that there are this is scientific, different quantum probabilities, and your intention will shift you to the timeline that you want to have. Now, the changes in 3D will happen with a delay. So make sure you don't go backwards and you're like, oh, this doesn't work, forget it, because you'll drop right down. So if with your intention you choose a different lifeline, it will have no choice but to manifest. This is really what the law of assumption is, but I just don't like that thing. Oh, just assume you're a millionaire. I don't like that. People don't understand that. It doesn't register. Their paradigm is like rejecting that right away. This is why you're not getting anywhere. What vampire movie did I come from? I like that. Thank you so much. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, white is, winter, and now snowflakes soon in Canada for sure. I like the white too. Okay, so I hope I was clear on that. Let's go back to, thank you so much for all the comments and compliments, guys. It's not necessary, but thank you. I want to go back to the material. Okay, somebody left a message on one of my videos where I was talking about manifestation and happiness. And this person says, I have this belief that when you get rich or get what you want, something else in your life will be gone, i.e. a family member, probably because of what I've seen in other people. And I became paralyzed of taking action to achieve success because I'm afraid this would happen. Any insight? I love how you explain things. Well, here's my insight into that. When you step on a different lifeline, and when you achieve what it is that's significantly different than what you have right now, things will change. Relationships will crumble. Now, this is not necessarily that people will, die or something horrific will happen. But if what you want and what you have, you love, like if all the relationships in your life are perfect, if all, that the structure, your everyday is perfect, if you don't actually want any of these things to change, there's no reason to use manifestation to manifest yourself out of this life. Okay, people who use manifestation, they want significant changes to their existing situation. Now, those significant changes cannot happen while keeping the existing structure. Let me give you an example. If you're making 80 grand a year and you want to make 500 grand a year, okay? It's not likely you're gonna go from 80 to 500 by being promoted in your job. The 500 a year, you're probably going to achieve doing a successful business. In order to get to that successful business, this job situation you have right now, it needs to crumble. So if you focus so much on being a high income earner, like that's an income that's a lot higher than what you have, this will probably crumble irrespective of whether you're ready for it to crumble or not, right? Because inside you no longer identify with the 80. So you're on the path to 500, but you're probably going to be let go from the 80. Do you understand what I mean? And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm manifesting this thing right now and I lost my job. Something bad has happened. Yeah, something bad has happened, but it's something necessary that's going to step you in that direction, right? Or the way we had that queen, like I want to say 2 to 3 lives ago, she was saying how she wants to be adored and loved, and all of a sudden, her marriage starting to crumble and all these men are paying attention to her because, she hasn't been attracted to her husband in 15 years, she was saying. So yeah, this is what happens. So the universe has no choice but to give you whatever it is you want to manifest. But the steps along the way, you have no control about the how. Now, for religious people, this is easy because they see everything that happens as the will of God, right? So whatever happens is like, this is what God wants for me and God wants the best for me, or, whatever, I deserve this because God decided I deserve this and I'm on the right path. They're on the right path all the time, no matter what happens, right? Because they have that faith. But for you, if you're not religious or if you're going a different route, you got to understand it's the same thing because it's still the universe that executes, right? But you have to release yourself into that faith and into that trust that it's a necessary step that's taking you to where you want to be. Now, if you don't like this step, you can always change your manifestation. The majority of people who are doing my 60-day challenge, going into day 20, day 30, they change their minds about their goals because they achieve such a significant shift inside that they realize their goals is not exactly what they want. It's not really that. It's not really what they originally intended and would be aligned with them. And this is a big deal, right? Like doing a specific work for a certain number of days and realizing what you wanted last month is not aligned with what you actually know now would be good for you, it's a major realization. It means you were going in the wrong direction before, and you were insisting on something that wasn't good for you, right? Let's see. I just want to see if I miss something before I move on to the next one. I make it make sense. Thank you. Oh gosh. Why should you have to lose a family member in order to receive something unrelated? I'm not saying you have to lose a family member to receive something unrelated. I'm saying that if you expect your life to stay exactly the same as it is today, but have a significantly different future than the current momentum of your energy, pay attention. So the way fortune tellers, the real ones, the way they know your future, okay, the ones that can actually see it, is because they read your energy momentum. Your energy in your life right now, you're going with a momentum, whether you know it or not. Every single step and action is based on, let's call it like a script. It's unfolding a certain way. It's predictable in a way. Okay, unless you decide to make a change in the script that will put you really on a different predicament. You can call it a different script, you can call it a different quantum possibility, you can call it anything you want. But now when you switch to this script, right? So when the fortune teller is seeing your energy momentum, they can tell you, just like I can tell if I see a car driving in front of my house, I can tell where that car is going to be in 5 seconds. But only if the driver continues to drive it the same way. Only if the driver doesn't decide to make a sharp turn, a turnaround, take the car into the ditch, or accelerate all of a sudden. Then I can't tell where the driver is going. Get it? I can only tell based on its current energy momentum. So based on your energy momentum, the people who are in your life will stay in your life or leave your life or what have it. If you change your energy momentum significantly, there's this unpredictability of what's going to happen in your life. This is what happens in manifestation. And a way to do that, that puts your heart at ease, is with everything that you do. I have 2 tricks for this. One is always say, with harm to none and for the good of all. With harm to none and for the good of all. And the second trick I have, which is why I designed this program, is to wish on others whatever you wish on yourself. And in my 60-day challenge, in this group that we have affirmations that we do. One of the affirmations that we do every day, which is different, we do for others. So what I wish for myself, I wish for others. Right? The goodness that I wish on myself, I wish for others. And that alone changes the energy momentum from me taking to me giving. And in this giving, because life always seeks out to live more, in this giving to others, then my intention is recognized as the good. I'm giving, and I'm also doing this with harm to none and for the good of all. And if I'm doing it from this perspective, if both of these things are realized, I have to be okay with whatever else happens and whatever other relationships disappear from my life. And I have had that happen to me. Okay, nobody died, okay, but I've had people that I was close with just drop out of my life. I've had when I started this in 2014, my job was like gone, right? Because that wasn't my path to achieve success. But at the time, it seemed like, why did this happen? But it was necessary. It's only clear in retrospect why things happen the way they happen. Now, it doesn't mean your goal is good. It doesn't mean the universe is not assessing your goal. Oh, let me see Mona's goal. Yeah, if it's good, I'm going to agree to it. It will execute on anything. Get it? So it's your responsibility that things don't unravel a certain way. It's your responsibility. If you're not comfortable with this responsibility, leave your life to God. Okay? I've said that. I have respect. Like, I believe in the Creator. You know what I mean? But if you're not comfortable, if you're scared, in that fear, what you're going to manifest is not something good, because you have fear. Sorry, there's somebody like next to my car. It's just like a couple of older women. I just want to double check. All right. My vision. Okay. Sorry, I missed quite a bit of comments. Lastly, I'm trying to think, when is my husband going to come? How can I change this? Often we would go to a psychic when we are normally unsure about our life. Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, because you're normally unsure about your life, The psychic will tell you where your current energy is going. Your current energy is confused already. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Like a psychic, if you see something bad happens, will probably not tell you, right? Because they don't want to say, oh, I see like a horrible, tragic event happening to you. But you see, that would be an important piece to know. Because with that information, you would be like, I'm on the wrong energetic path and I can change it. But people don't think that way. They think the future is set in stone. And if the fortune teller told me 2 days from now something really bad is going to happen, that means something really bad is going to happen. And with this intention and this idea, you're actually coming to manifest it. This is the problem. Because in fact, they should tell you if they see something bad happen so you can change. But then at that time, you also need to believe that you're in charge and that you can change it. And most people don't think that way. So this whole thing, you see, like for me, that's why I don't do these things. I'm not saying that these people are real, and they're very useful if you know how to use energy readings and energy, and if you're prepared to action them. For manifesting a first car, should I go for something reliable, something pricey, fun? Nothing pricey. Because then you're including elements of self-worth. I have a new car. I'm driving this new car. I love the smell of the new car. You know, every new car has the same smell, no matter how much it costs. There's this new smell of the new car smell. If you don't know what it is, go to dealers and sit in cars. They all smell the same. Just smell that, drive that, see yourself behind the wheel. I have a new car. I have a new car. And let the universe just bring you a new car. Somebody says it's crazy. I love the way you explain. Yeah, thank you so much. Do you still plan and let go of the how? Is there a connection between action and letting go? So letting go of the how means circumstances. Just tell yourself circumstances are such that next year I'm getting married, or in 2 years I'm getting married. If you're single, okay? Circumstances align such that 2 years from now, 18 months from now, or a year from now, I have a ring on my finger. Now, when you're saying action, now you're going to take inspired action, and you're going to, like, every day, see what inspires you. Listen to people. If you saw a video about going somewhere or an event happening, just take that as sort of like, oh, maybe I should go there. Maybe I should check out. Maybe I should smile more, be nice to people, open an online profile just to see what happens. Don't open an online profile with the expectation you're going to meet your husband online, right? Open an online because you want to open all avenues. It's like buying a lottery ticket. You buy the lottery ticket, it doesn't matter the outcome. You're just opening different avenues for the universe to satisfy your need, right? It may come that way, it may not. It's not up to you. You're not, this is what it means letting go of the how. I'm just going to be open on all these avenues, and the avenues I can open myself in 3D, such as setting an online profile. I'll do it and have no expectations of it. Just see what happens, see what life can. At the same time, I'll walk on the street, I'll smile, I'll go inside of going to the drive-thru, I'll walk inside the coffee shop. I'll maximize my exposure to people if I'm looking to meet somebody that's aligned with me. Do you see what I mean? That's action versus letting go of the how. I don't know the how. I'm okay with any way it happens, with harm to none and to the highest benefit of all. Now remember, my intention when I'm looking for somebody is to contribute. Your intention always has to be to contribute, to add value to the other person, okay? You're looking for a husband not because you want something. You're looking for a husband because you know you'd make a good wife for somebody. You know you'd make a good mother to some children. You know these things about yourself, and you want to contribute to the profoundness of life. Remember, this is a very important distinction. Rather than seeing a husband as something you take from the universe, to give something to you, to satisfy a need that you have, to provide for you, to give you children. You want to contribute, and you want to have a more profound experience of life that you can experience by creating other people. You know, I'm talking kids. I hope this was clear about action and letting go of the how. I want a job that I love, but I don't know what to do. How do I manifest the job I love? Stay only focused in, I love what I do every day and I contribute. I love how I contribute every day. I love that my skills are to the betterment of other people. I love, and sort of money follows from that job that you love and you doing what you love every day. keep your mind. I want to contribute. I have something to offer. I have something to offer to the world. I have something. Someone's going to compensate me for it. There's no way that I have all these things, that I show up every day, that I give so much and the universe won't compensate me. There's no way. That would violate the rules of the universe. Get it? Lately, I'm thinking a lot, where is he? Where's my husband? When is my husband coming? How can I change this? Drop all that. Like I said, you contribute. You're a wife already. I'm a wife. What do you do as a wife every day? Script about the life you have. You woke up and what? Everyone's hungry. Oh my God. You gotta cook 20 eggs. You gotta cook bacon. Your hair gonna smell like bacon. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Rejoice in these new problems you're going to have. You can't wake up at like, I wake up like, now it's different situation in my life. But, when I was young and single, I used to wake up sometimes 11 a.m. That's not going to happen once you have a family. Never. It will never happen again until you're retired. Stay in that and make it lighter. You know what I mean? Carla, make it lighter. Don't make it like, where's my husband? Just stay in the lightness of this new life of yours as a wife. There will be expectations on you that you're going to have to meet. There will be, just contemplate. My God, I'm at this, dance competition right now. Dancing, I went out with my girlfriends on Friday night and they're like, my God, the kids are in too many activities and I don't have the time and I don't have the time for me. Look at my nails, they're not done. Contemplate those problems, okay? Because now you have kids in your mind. You have kids. You got to drive them around. You got to do all these things and contemplate it like in a fun, lighthearted way. What is it that I'll be able to do less for myself? Darn it. My hair won't be so perfect all the time. My nails won't be perfect all the time. Stay in there. Be like in this real life that you have, but it's a new life, but it's the realistic life, not this idealization that we put on having a husband and having a family. Let's see. Somebody loves it. Mona, I have more than 3 years making all techniques and I don't get anything. I'm tired. Okay. I don't know what techniques you're doing. Do the 60-day challenge, okay? It's an organized way to do it. It's like the price of a lipstick. So, I don't even want to hear that. That's not why you're doing it. I want you to do it because I want to read a testimonial right now. Okay. So this screen says, I'm on day 9 today. After I complete day 10, I will send you a full 10-day report. Some very magical and tangible things have happened that I'm excited to share with you and the group, including an incredibly large and generous gift. Then she's including her vision board. And then she's saying, also, I've been doing the love affirmations with the intention of him or someone better instead of getting stuck on him. I'm really feeling on a deep energetic level. I've let go of the idea of him and taking to heart, telling the universe, no, I'm sending this back. This isn't what I want, when she doesn't get ideal behavior out of this man. Because this letting go, things have shifted so much in my soul. I'm so grateful for this vital shift in my energy, mindset, and intention. So whatever techniques you tried, this is where you want to get. You want to get where you would say, I am grateful, like I feel this vital shift in my energy, mindset, and intention. If you don't feel this shift, you can do all the techniques you want. Nothing gonna manifest. Okay? Then she says, my self-concept in love has changed. My standards have increased. My confidence is raised. And I no longer accept what I don't desire. And I told her I can't wait for her full report after her day 10 because it sounds really interesting. But where I wanted to get is this inner shift has to happen first. If you're doing techniques for this thinking, you're giving the power to these techniques. Get it? The power is not in the techniques. The techniques are a way to improve your power. See this difference? It's not the technique that has the power. The technique is there to help you raise your power. And if the techniques that you're doing for 3 years are not doing anything inside of you, not feeling any different, you're just waiting for the technique to bring you whatever it is you want, it's not gonna work. It's just that simple. All right, Warren, let's see if I missed anything. I've noticed that when life goes really well, people are coming in my life and evolve, but ruin me. I need way more details to address this kind of thing, usually you will get tests along, not usually, all the time, you'll get tests along the way as your manifestation is unfolding. It's sort of the universe to see if you have stability in your commitment to this new timeline. Do you have stability in your commitment to be on this new lifeline, right? Because life is very different from where you are to, let's say, I don't know, what do you guys want to be, an actress or a celebrity, or, you know, life unfolds very differently. This is why there's all these tests along the way to ensure you can sustain that. Because whoever can't sustain that is not going to contribute, and is actually going to contribute negatively to collective consciousness. I want to take on... Okay. So somebody says, I'm so glad I found you. You don't believe how many people tell me to meditate and then I will manifest. Thank you for explaining this. So she's basically saying that all she heard is you got to meditate in order to manifest. Here's what I'm going to say. There's people that don't meditate at all and still manifest, right? But for most people, it's usually people who don't struggle hard. Like they have a passing thought, and in that passing thought there's a letting go, and then that thing kind of happens to them and they're like, what a coincidence, I was just thinking about this and I got it. Isn't that so weird, right? And it happens via that, because like I said in a video that I've done a few days ago, sorry guys, don't call me, I don't take calls during my lives. Like I said in my video a few days ago, the universe doesn't need your techniques, a sacrifice of your time in meditation. It doesn't need your demands. It doesn't need any of that to execute on your thoughts. It executes on any sincere thoughts of desire that has no excess potential and expectations. Now, I know this is a mouthful and it sounds... I'm back. My battery is actually low, but I think we'll make it because I'm at 20%. So as I was saying, the universe doesn't need your gift of meditation, your gift of, these are techniques you do, again, for yourself to uncover your paradigms, for your dreams to show you your limiting beliefs, for your mind to stay focused, your awareness to stay focused on a certain specific things without falling back into 3D. How many times do you fall asleep during the day? A lot, right? Like you fall asleep and you forget who you are and your awareness and your power. I wouldn't even think you can hold it for like an hour, your awareness. Try to hold your awareness for an hour and at any area of your body, and let's put it here, or let's put it anywhere at the top of the head, and hold our awareness there and walk through the world for an hour. Just having our awareness there, irrespective of what happens. I don't think anyone on this life can do it for an hour. I know I can't. So this is what happens. This is why it's not the meditation that makes you manifest. The meditation is a tool, like every other tool that we do, like the 60-day challenge, like speaking to the universe, like using the 3-digit code, like it's a calming for your nervous system. A lot of people's nervous systems are so messed up these days because of the way life unfolds. So they need this relaxation, this refocusing of awareness, right? But really, meditation can be anything. If you can't stand meditation, you can go out, walk in nature. Again, it's important to be alone. It's important to contemplate. It's important to have this time, and this time has to be done every single day. I wish I could tell you it's different. You can only do it once a week for 2 hours. It doesn't work like that. Bringing your awareness back to your point of focus, this is why, like when I told you, do the spreadsheet that I put out and everything put in it, put the reaction to 3D, put your dreams there, that when your awareness is on it, it's like your secret space to know, like, yes, I go there and I do this. And then you remember this place throughout the day. And so your awareness automatically refocuses on all your goals, on all your affirmations, on tying 3D reality and responses with your dreams, with your affirmations, with what happens. Maybe something happens during the day. You're like, I got to record this because this goes with the affirmation that I made 2 days ago, right? So it's like put together that way for a reason. Please don't make any changes to it. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want a relationship, I deleted that column. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's important for you to note and work holistically on every aspect of your life. To manifest faster, shall I spend more time manifesting or maintain the high energy longer? The high energy longer. You're not spending any time manifesting because you're always manifesting. Remember, what you see around you is the past. It's your past manifestation. So the problem is, the way you sustain this past manifestation is you keep your focus on it. Your focus, your awareness is on it. And so it manifests again tomorrow. Your focus is on it, you manifest again tomorrow. Okay, I hope this was useful. Let's see if I missed anything. I have a few more things that I noted down to talk about. Yeah, I manifested about how your manifestation come to you and not your neighbor. I'll post this live on YouTube after, on my YouTube channel. Yeah, the Excel spreadsheet is the 60-day challenge, and please be part of the Facebook group as well for the 2 months you're doing the challenge. Is there a technique to make a man commit to you? No, there's no technique for that. A man commits to you because you're worthy of commitment. And you're worthy, you're the one who wants to contribute, and a person who wants to contribute to you in the same degree is attracted to you. Attracted in your energy field, I'm talking about. There's no technique. If you do a technique, you might do a technique. If, by the way, this thing has been around for a long time now, everybody tried the honey method and the whisper method. You can manifest your SP that way, they're always gonna leave you. Is anybody on this life who's manifested him back like 10 times and he always leaves you, or the same result, or he always treats you bad? The idea that the subconscious doesn't understand negatives, is it a limiting beliefs? No, it's not that. It's the fact that the subconscious doesn't speak the same language we do in the conscious. And we impress the subconscious with images, with feelings, and with a heart-mind connection. So what I tell my group is, when your vision is aligned to your speech and your heart, that's what your subconscious understands. In order for you to realize what your subconscious understands, pay attention to your dreams. Remember, it's not enough to keep the vision of being married with the feeling of being married. If you want to please your friends and tell them how good being single is, right? You meet with them for coffee. Yeah, all men suck. This is not going to be in alignment. When you feel the shift, you will know. Yeah, you will know. You can't not know. I've always been scared around men because of past experiences. Tips to be more calm around them. You gotta understand that. See, this is a difficult question for somebody who's had very, very negative experience. And I hope you're in therapy and you've dealt with these things. What you need to understand and what you need to be prepared to do is to break with a woman that has had those experiences. This sounds very heartless. Sometimes when I say it, people tell me it sounds heartless. They're like, that's an integral part of me. I'm a victim of, abuse, or, you need to break with that woman. You need to see yourself separate from that woman. You need to leave her behind. Give her a hug and leave her behind. And say, it's a choice, right? This is what intention is. Intention is a decision and a choice. And instead of embracing this past, this victimhood, this thing you've been going through, instead of bringing this story in every single new relationship and telling men around about it and presenting yourself as damaged goods. I know this hurts me to say this as a woman. It hurts me because it's not our fault. Like if we've been abused or if we've been, I feel tears in my eyes when I think about this. But we have to let go of that girl that this happened to. We have to let go. You have to consciously decide to end things with her. I haven't been reacting to 3D even when it is opposite. And now I've been seeing birds before landing. Feel so confident. Exactly. Don't offer the same response to 3D. Guys, I gave you this tip from this neuroscientist that I saw online one time. And he said, look in the mirror in the morning, brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Okay, I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. And I love it. Okay, I actually gotten better with my left hand. And because your awareness is so keen when you're doing this, because your body's like, what the hell's going on? I don't know how to do this. I want to switch my hand, right? So just in making the small adjustments to 3D, reacting differently, doing things differently, you're giving different instructions as to your identity, as to your awareness, and as to, look in the mirror. He was continuing, when you brush your teeth with your left hand or with the opposite hand, and say, I love you. You're so beautiful. You're so wonderful. Like, I know this sounds like, ridiculous or, tedious or, but you have to do it. You have to. Otherwise, look, what happens if you don't want to do all those things? You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting different results, right? You're waking up, you're doing the same things. You're going through the same routine, but you're expecting a different result. That's like the definition of insanity, no? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You gotta do things differently to get something different. EFT tapping, I heard about that. I haven't done it, but I've heard that it works with nervous system regulation. Okay, I'm missing something, like I'm missing a lot. You have to believe you're worthy of commitment. What are your thoughts about having the belief that when you manifest the thing you want, something? I'm not understanding this. Yeah, I talked about the passing of the family member in exchange and all that. I talked about this. I'll post this live. If you joined late, I'll post it on YouTube. I post all my lives on YouTube. What do you think about astral projection? I think it happens naturally to some people who have gone high enough. I think you can also force it. From everybody that I heard of who has done this, and I've listened to a lot of things, and I personally heard stories, it's not necessarily you're going to be able to handle what you see there. Like, it's not necessarily love and light. What you guys need to understand is that when there's different realms outside of this world, and you don't need to understand this to manifest, okay? I'm only talking to this person because they asked me about astral projection. What happens in those realms? You belong in this realm, right? Right now, with your awareness, you're given dominion over this realm. You're given dominion over shaping this world, over shaping the circumstances of this world. If you go and look somewhere else, okay, without your body, without like using different powers that you do have, you don't know what's out there, and you don't know how much of your limiting beliefs and projections and fears are going to come with you and be manifested there. That's the thing with all this astral projection and all. Like, I don't know if you guys all know me, but I don't do any of these things. Like, I am happy to live in the world, to contribute, to have this state where I feel I'm grateful to the Creator. I'm grateful to have understood that there's this technology that's left behind that allows us to have good lives, that I am here to conquer the paradigms, the fears, the shame, the guilt, which we all have. All these gifts from our childhood, which we all got in different degrees. It doesn't matter if you grew up rich or poor or loved or unloved. We all have. And to change it to our liking, this is a huge, I find this such a humbling gift, to have discovered, to be able to talk about it. And what shall happen after the end of this material life? I'm ready for it. And I'm prepared for it, but I'm not sure I need to understand now, because I think that would confuse my focus on the goodness of this life, if that makes sense. Let's see. Thank you for answering each other's questions, guys, because I don't get to everybody. Everyone is you, have no choice. I talked about that in a previous life. It's not really literal that everyone is you. It's not necessarily that. Some people are put here to test your resolve and to help you to see if you're actually choosing with your free will. So if you have an antagonistic man in your life, it's not necessarily that he's you reflecting you. It could be that. It could be some limiting beliefs you haven't dealt with. But it also could be that he's testing your resolve to see if your confidence has actually grown or not. If the work that you're doing, if you're committed to this new self-image or not. You understand? Like, there are antagonistic forces in this world. Let's see what else I have. Okay, I'm at the bottom of this comment. If I miss your comment, just put it here again. I had more, and I just want to make sure, because the materials that I select for this lives, they're pertinent to all. So I just want to make sure. I didn't have too many. I had like 4 or 5. I'm on day 9. Okay. So this queen says, let's move on to love and the SP. Hi Mona, every time I listen to you, give me courage and confidence in myself. That's my aim, guys, honestly. I've been trying for a long time to change the situation between me and my SP. He always comes back, but not the way I want. For various reasons, he cannot formalize his relationship with me. Basically, we see each other secretly, and I would like him to come to me and want a relationship or a marriage with me. Please tell me what I should do. If I move the focus on myself, am I not going to make him stop thinking about me? So she's saying she's afraid to move the focus on herself because she's thinking if she does, this will make him stop thinking about her. Please give me some advice. I don't know what to do. I've been struggling to change something for 2 years. So here's the thing. I want to make sure I word this right. The focus on this fear that if you stop focusing on him, he will stop thinking about you. From this point, you cannot manifest him or anyone good in your life. And I can guarantee you that. I can't guarantee you that if you change, you manifest him specifically. But I can guarantee you that from this point where you don't want to let go of the thought of him and manifesting him because you're afraid he'll stop thinking about you. This is what you guys have to realize, that your results match your level of self-worth and inner confidence in this life, with everything, like with work, with accounting for some randomness. There's some randomness to the world. But look, this man sees you secretly, which means he's sleeping with you for no return. You're not having his commitment. And from this point, he hasn't given you anything that you want, right? Like you said, you want marriage, you want to start a family, like every normal, like human being wants to love and to be loved. The majority of women want to be married and want to at least be asked to be married. And so you don't have anything to lose. Get it? What you have right now is detrimental to you. Like, not only you don't have anything from this man, you actually have daily damage. You gotta contemplate this, right? It's like subjecting yourself to a trigger. So every time you sleep with him and it's still a secret, you're telling yourself, your energy system, your body system. I wish sex would just be sex, but it's never just sex, guys. I told you that before. Do whatever you want, but understand that your energy system is impacted every time you exchange sexual energy with another. It's such powerful energy, especially if you love them, right? So when he comes and you secretly sees him and he touches you, your energy system understands this is what you're worthy of, and that's it, because that's what you're getting and you're accepting, right? So nothing good can manifest from this point. Here's what can manifest if you focus on you. If you change your focus to you're right, he may forget all about you because he knows this woman that you are today, and he may only like a woman that he can use. He may only be attracted to that woman, or he will be highly attracted to who you could become if the reason he likes you is because he sees something in you that's not actualized yet. Okay? So when an SP treats you badly and uses you, I want you to understand this. Or whether maybe he's treating you really good, but he's not committing. I want you to understand, he either likes this and this is what he vibrates with, in which case, as you change, he'll simply disappear from your life. This is why I told you to manifest him or better. Or he really sees something in you he's attracted to, but you're not actualized to that level yet. And so he can't respect the person that you are today or love the person that you are today to that degree. And as you change, he'll come back begging. Okay, so I have both of these stories in my group. Relationships that completely fall apart, but where these women are looking back and they're like, I can't believe I was in that relationship for 3 years. I wouldn't take him back. I wouldn't touch him with, 10-foot pole right now. And I have women who are saying he's completely changed and he'd do anything for me now. But I am holding firm. If he's completely changed, he'd do anything for you right now. Please understand, you have to have the stability in this new self-image, because the moment you deviate and go back to the person that you were, with a gesture, with a word, with an accepting of a situation, he will get right back to matching that energy. So whatever shift, okay, my phone prompted me, I'm 10%, but we'll make it. So whatever shifts you're making in you, make sure you want to maintain them. Don't make a shift to attract him back, because he'll leave you again. This is what happens, right? The back and forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? So number one, this idea that he will stop thinking about you and he will stop, he may, and do not objectify your SP. Okay, do not make this work about him and make this work about making him want to behave a certain way. Even God, your creator, is not making you behave anyway, because God loves you. He gives you free will. If you loved him, if you really love this man, you would give him free will to do whatever the hell he wants to do. And maybe that decision in his life of what he wants to do will involve you or not involve you. But if you really loved him, you'd want him to have whatever he wants. The only key is you have to know what you want and not accept anything less. So if you want love and marriage, but he wants to sleep around in a secret relationship, that's okay. He just can't do that with you. Just tell him you want him to have whatever he wants, but you want love and marriage, and that's it. And that's it. And that's what you're going for. And it's okay if it's not with him. Just tell him it's okay if you're not there. And then let him think about it. Let him have that time and energy. Guys, you know my SP story, right? My SP always treated me like a queen. We're together for 9 months. We're both divorced. I was divorced for much longer than him. And he was only divorced for 2 years when I met him. So less than 3 years when, I let go of the relationship. But the idea was he had all this like female friends in his life. After a long marriage, I understood, he wanted some female companionship. I know for a fact he was sexually exclusive with me. But I didn't like this idea of me. I wanted a life partner. And I didn't like this idea that my life partner, my future husband, my husband, would buy gifts for some other women and take them for lunch. I'm not talking about this. These were not childhood friends or anything like that. These are like women he had met along the way, like, oh, let's just be friends. What the fuck is that, Anyways, so, but I realized that in the process of where his life was at, and I cared enough about him to be like, this is where he's at and this is what he wants. And I'm not going to convince him he doesn't want this. I am going to just stick to what I want. I want a life partner for me. And I don't care if society says, oh, it's okay for men and women to go out and have... I don't care what society says. I don't even care what 95 people on this live think. Okay? For me, it is not okay. And so in my set of self-concept and boundaries of what I want is very defined. And I'm not going to deviate, right? Because it hurts when I deviate, when I compromise, it hurts. Yeah, I'm going to compromise on things that don't matter, like the toilet seat. Okay, is it up or down? Who cares? I'm going to compromise on that. But I'm not going to compromise on the things that affect my self-concept. And so I let go of that relationship and I said, he deserves to have whatever he wants. He said, I just need a different life partner who's at a different point. This hurt me, okay? It hurt me when I said that. But that's the only way to do it, guys. And so we weren't in touch for 4 months. And during those 4 months, I didn't talk to him, okay? I let him have whatever he wanted. And then, he came back and he said, I realized that life is unsatisfying. And when I was with you, I was happy and I was satisfied and this is what I want. But you see, he couldn't have realized that from inside the relationship. Or if I just said, I'm going to need you to drop your women friends for me, he wouldn't have realized that. He would have been like, oh, it's a compromise I'm making for her. And now I'm doing something for her. No, it's not for me. Like, we have to want the same thing. And you have to come to this realization yourself. But I'm not going to deviate from my self-concept, from what makes me happy, from the demand that I place out there and how I define the life partner. And I promise you, queens, if you do the same thing, something, him or better, is going to meet you at that level. Is otherwise, you just be with him, you be unhappy every day, okay? Do you think this queen is happy? He secretly comes to see her? Who can be happy under that situation? Come on. Come on. Come on. Just one more because we're out of time and this is pertinent. This queen says, hi, could you please help me with something? For the past 5 previous years, I have been manifesting everything I wanted. NSP, a job, money, my body. The past 2 years, I feel like I'm struggling. I'm not happy with my life and I cannot even meditate. I feel like I do not like my job, my body. Any suggestions? Okay, so this is for manifestors that have achieved something and they know they've used that power before. All of a sudden, the power is gone. Okay, and some of you may be in this situation. Like, you know you can do this, but you don't understand what happened to your power. And I want you to know that the world and the collective consciousness and the people around you are always projecting, right? Again, if you're in absorption mode, we talked about in the beginning of this live, versus emitting mode, okay? And you have to be in absorption mode to even get back your own manifestations. But if you're unaware of this absorption mode, this can happen with anything in your life that could debalance you. This is why maintaining a state of awareness and having a practice that you do every day. If you guys notice, the people who are into spiritual work, they have a daily practice. Even people who are religious, they have a daily practice of prayer or whatever it is they're doing. It has to be done consistently. So anytime in your life, an antagonist can come, and without you even knowing, it could deplete you of your power. So I don't have enough information in this story, but I'm speaking generally. I don't have enough information to say, have you met somebody? Have you started something new? Have you had a really horrific fight with your mother? Have you realized what has changed between the time you're able to manifest and now? What has changed that's taken away your lightness of heart? And this is where your mind has to stay. You have to contemplate. Why is it that most people were able to manifest as kids, right? And they're no longer able to manifest. And that's a harder shift to make, to be like, what's different from when I was a child? Well, obviously you're carefree. You didn't have bills. You didn't have heartbreak. You didn't have any of that stuff. But if you're manifesting as an adult, as early as like 2 years ago, and you really have to pay attention what has happened in this gap. Maybe you even watched a horror show that affected you so much. Okay, I used to watch, when I was very young, I used to watch crime shows, and this affected me a lot. Like, it took me a long time because I've never seen violence around me growing up or anything. So, seeing what people are capable of in this movie and understanding, okay, it's a movie, but the problem was I knew this was happening in real life also to some people. And so that really debalanced my trust in people, in the world, in what could happen. Even though those happenings are rare, right? I've internalized that. But you need a lot of awareness to understand where these fears come from. Okay, where are the fears? And the more you expose yourself to negative, to the world, like pretty much after the age of 25, I only watched comedies and sci-fi. That's it. Things that make me dream of what's possible, and things that keep me in a light heart and make me laugh. That's it. I don't watch anything else, because I know, like, I'm sensitive and I absorb, and I can't tolerate. I don't have the news. I can't. So please assess yourself for that. If something like this has happened to you, what have you been doing last 2 years that changed something in your inner heart? How can I raise children and be my first priority at the same time? Well, I'm a mother, so I understand that. First of all, teach your children. Number one, I recommend to mothers, and I've been doing this with my own child. Teach your children how the world works, okay? So that they understand about right thinking. And, then, it's all dependent on the situation. But I find that parents put a lot of focus on just the lives of their children nowadays, right? So when I got divorced, okay, even though, I was able to work and be successful when I started my own business, and, give my kid a different type of life and take her on holidays, and, put her in private school. Her father pays as well. We both pay just to, he's a good guy. But, I've done all the stuff. But as a single mom, I can't also take her to all these activities, right? I can't work and do all these things at the same time, or I couldn't at the time. And so that's just a decision you make. You're not going to be able to give your kids everything. So you have to decide what it is you're going to give. So my kids took swimming, and that's it. She's a great swimmer, okay? And she learned a little bit of piano, and that's all I could do. I couldn't do gymnastics. I couldn't do, when I look at my friends and I see their whole lives, none of it is about themselves. And I don't think they can show up as the best version of themselves in that schedule, because they have no time to contemplate, no time to think about themselves, no time. And who knows, is your kid going to be a gymnast and a hockey player and all this stuff? Maybe, but maybe not. Do the best you can while allowing time for yourself. That's just an advice from one mother to the next. Guys, my cousin invited me for sushi at 1:15, and I can't wait to get my sushi. So I'm gonna bid you farewell. All right. Guys, my next live is Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Between now and then, you can find me on my email, on my Facebook group. By the way, there's no need to do somebody asked how many sessions of one-on-one coaching does it take to do the 60-day challenge. It doesn't. You can do it all on your own. You only contact me if you need me. If you hear from me, it's not from me. I have scammer accounts. I don't contact anybody. If you feel you want to accelerate the process, you want to do more, you want to learn more, or you need help with a specific area, that's when you book a call with me. You don't just book a call with me because you have to as part of the 60-day challenge. Try it on your own first. Try it on your own first. Someone booked a call with me last week, and I love that call so much. She didn't want anything except to know more. She's just super career oriented already. I want to know more about this. I just really don't put this pressure on yourself. You'll know when is the right time. You'll be like, I'm stuck on this thing, and I want to just explore more on this line of work. Don't feel like you have to, or any of that stuff. I'm gonna be there for people. This is my contribution to people. Okay, I can't give you all my time for free, of course, but I would never push or advertise or do any of that stuff. You don't have to do anything except decide, intent to jump on another timeline. Intent, you'll be able to do it. Many people, not just me, and many people have been able to create a good life. Don't insist on a lottery win, $50 million. Just create a good life for yourself. Anyone can do that. Put your hands together for the 369. If you don't want to do it, I'll see you Thursday at 7 p.m. All my lives are also posted on YouTube. One breath. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.